Lots of kids love building things, all sorts of things, be it with Duplos or Legos or my personal favorite, Lincoln Logs. They're awesome. But then we get older and many kids move on to different things. And a lot of kids stop making stuff altogether, but they don't have to. Our Ariel Wessler takes us to a summer camp called reDiscover Center, where kids can learn what it takes to become a true maker.
Whether they're using a saw, glue gun, or drill, this isn't your average arts and crafts class. It's a tinkering camp put on by the reDiscover Center in Culver City. Merrick Chung is one of a few dozen children enrolled in a truly hands-on experience.
It's really fun building big stuff.
I want every engineer to be an artist. I want every artist to think like an engineer.
Jonathan Bejour oversees various programs at the reDiscover Center.
We want to be the connection between kids playing with blocks at age 3, 4, 5 and makers in middle school, high school, and adults who are making stuff out of kits or on their own.
These young makers range in age from 5 to 12 and brainstorm themed projects.
The theme was magical journey, and then we all said like stuff that would go good in that topic.
It's a castle / magician's lair / temple.
And in case you're wondering how that's physically possible, camp leaders say that's not really the point.
It's about the process. It's not necessarily about the result. It's manual work, and then they realize how much labor goes into making something.
Insight that could prepare them for a job in engineering or design, but also gets them to think critically.
We just kind of give them the direction, and then they take off.
She says they learn patience, discipline, and a solid work ethic, not to mention how to build projects in a sustainable way.
It's so cute.
Everything in here comes from some local business in Los Angeles that would have thrown it away, but we rediscovered a way to use it for education.
Like this plane with engines made from PVC pipe and an empty towel roll. The kids start by learning how to safely use the equipment.
We have a perfect safety record after 9 years of operations with putting power tools in the hands of 7-year-olds.
Each session only lasts 5 days, but Jonathan says the kids grow tremendously throughout the week.
To build something, to fail, and come back from that failure to build something even better.
I learned how to work with tools that I don't usually use.
Creating imaginative works of art.
It's a really fun camp.
While working their young minds.
And Ariel Wessler joins us now in studio. What, buddy? No power tools with you? Come
I'm sorry.
on. Where's your table saw?
Yeah, I still have to learn all of that. They're better than I am, to be honest with you.
And I'm so glad that you included the fact that they have had no safety issues to date, because as a parent, that's my first thought of oh my God, even with the goggles and the headphones.
Putting a power tool in the hand of my child?
Wow.
Absolutely not. But yeah, the first day is all about training, how to use these tools, the safety procedures. The mentors are always there pretty much by their side. They cannot use that power saw on their own. They've got to say, hey, can you help me use this power saw? They go and they do whatever they need for their project.
That's
but
great.
I could have spent all day there. I mean, it was just so much fun to watch these kids connect, and as we've been talking, with what they're making. And it doesn't matter whether it's a dragon lair or they're making a castle. I mean, just the idea that they're thinking about, okay, how would I build this?
Yeah.
And at one point, one of the kids was saying, I want to make a tree out of wood, and they cut the wood too short. And so they're like, well, instead of using 4 planks of wood, we're going to have to make this out of 3 planks of wood. And how can we now do this in a triangular shape? So it gets them to think differently.
Exactly. That's great. And I love that we saw in your piece that some of these mentors were women, which sends a really great message. I saw there was at least one girl in there. What's the gender breakdown? I'm curious of these camps.
So the organizers are telling me right now it's about 75% men, 25% girls, but they'd like to see that change, and they go into the schools. So outside of the camps, they also go into libraries, schools, social service agencies, and this is where they really get to work with kids who maybe can't afford these camps and are able to recruit more girls and get them exposed to a career that maybe they didn't think about.
That's great. And you mentioned a price there for folks who are interested in, this is camp season, this is perfect timing, Ariel. How much do the camps cost and where are they?
So the camps are $500 for the week. It's Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock. So it is not inexpensive.
There's materials and stuff like that.
That's all included.
Yeah.
They go there from 9 to 3, and they go to lunch, and they get that. And the camps are also, besides Culver City, where you saw, they're also in Pacific Palisades, Los Feliz, and Manhattan Beach as well.
Fantastic stuff. Ariel Wessler, thank you so much.
My pleasure.